What's stopping you from creating videos to use on your website and social media? Let's talk about the most common barriers that prevent entrepreneurs and solopreneurs like yourself from taking action on this critically important step for marketing your business. If any of these barriers speak to you, I'm going to help you see how you can get past them. And stick around, because at the end of this video, I'm going to be giving you my tips for how to make your videos look and sound their absolute best. Your potential customers are spending way more time watching videos than they are reading your copy. This is how your customers want to connect with you and your brand. They don't just want to read what you have to say, they want to see and hear your story. And that means making an emotional connection with you on video. So I ask you, what is keeping you from doing it? I'm willing to bet it's one of three things. You either think that you don't have the time enough in your day to get it done, you feel like you lack the skill required to be able to create something quality, or you don't think that you have the budget to hire a big production company in order to do it for you. Well, I'm here to tell you that you have everything that you need to start recording video, and I'm going to help show you how to do it. My name is Jason, and my Tucson, Arizona-based video company is called thunderskyvideo. I've had a camera in my hand since I was about 10 years old. I used to record my own Star Wars stories on a big video camcorder on my shoulder. I would take the footage and play it back in one VCR and edit it on another VCR. Very linear, very time consuming, but I had a blast recording my stuffed animals and making movies that way. I went on to get an education in video and TV production and got a degree. This has rarely been a full-time endeavor for me, but it's the career path that has always got me excited about getting out of bed in the morning. I love the idea of being able to use my skill and talent to help make other small business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs look their best and sound their best. I am essentially a storyteller, and I am here to help you tell the story that is authentically you. So what can I do for you? Can I help save you time? I can. I've got years of experience in single camera production, and even if you've never shot a video on anything other than a phone in portrait mode, I can teach you the basics to make your video look and sound as good as it can. I don't want you to spend any more time than necessary sorting through YouTube, searching for all the video tutorials there are. I have it all here in one place so I can teach you the basics and save you as much time as possible. Can I give you tips on how to get through that reluctance you have to pick up the camera in the first place? I can. See, I know how this works. You think to yourself, all right, I know I have to get some video recorded. I know I have to put it out there. How am I going to operate the camera? Where am I going to set it up? Is somebody going to hold it for me? Do I need to invest in a tripod? What am I going to say once I get the camera rolling? Is it going to sound okay? How am I going to get it polished, and looking quality and representing my brand? I don't just want to slap it up on social media as it is right out of the camera. I can relate to this, and I can also teach you the fundamentals for how to plan out the what, who, where, and how of video ahead of time so that you don't waste any time and you overcome that reluctance in order to start doing it. Can I help you save not only time but also money? I can. I think that there's a lot of entrepreneurs and solopreneurs that think to themselves that video production has to either be totally DIY or it has to be big budget production studio. While both of those are viable options, I'm here to let you know that there is a third option. As a solopreneur myself, I offer not only this free education, but also production services. I can come out to your project and record in 4K video. I can get that footage edited for you professionally, and I can do things like adding titles and graphics and sound to your video to make it go from raw to polished and ready for consumption. Because I don't have a lot of overhead, I'm able to do this at a fraction of the cost of what you might spend to do this with a big production company. I want you to think of thunderskyvideo as your middle-of-the-road solution. High quality without breaking the bank. For more details on how I can help, please reach out today. Let's schedule a quick consultation for free. I want to learn more about your business and your current marketing strategy and learn how I can help and start work with you right away. My contact information can be found right in the description of this video. Please feel free to leave a comment if I identified correctly any of the three things that are stopping you from creating video today. And if anything else came to mind that I left out, please leave that in a comment also so I know what I can address for future videos. Earlier I mentioned that I wanted to share some tips with you on how to make your videos look and sound their absolute best. So here's what I have for you. First, it's really important that you take a little bit of time to do some pre-production work before you start to roll. I know that this may sound like it's time consuming and you already don't have time to do it, but if you spend a few minutes planning out where you want to be, the things you want to say, all of these details are going to save you time when you actually take your camera out and start to record. Sit down and write out the high-level points that you want your video to convey. Are you recording a video that's talking about an overview of the products or services that you provide? Or are you going into detail on one specific service or one feature? Are you recording a testimonial from somebody that's used your service that you want to be able to use to help promote your business? Start by sketching out the main points of the video that you want to come across. Do you have a lot to say? Go ahead and write it all out. But even if you don't, it's great to just have a few key bullet points to keep you on track. Ask yourself if you want to come across as very polished or a bit more casual and rough around the edges. Either of these can be very effective. It really just depends on your personality and your brand. Once you know what you want to say, go ahead and read through it a few times so you can kind of hear how it sounds in your ears and make whatever changes are necessary. Now when it comes time to record the video, you'll have a cohesive message that you want to say, and you'll have great notes to keep you on track as you go. If you want your video to be as tight as possible, you can even use your notes as a bona fide script. The next tip I have for you is find great light. Whether artificial or natural light is more your thing, you just want to find that light and position it as best as possible to take full advantage of it. There's lots of companies out there that are selling ring lights for content creators, and there's good reason for it. We want our faces to be well lit, especially for communicating directly to the audience. If you're using an artificial light, like a ring light, or a video light, or even if it's just a desk lamp, make sure that it's positioned a bit above your eyes so that there's a catch light and a sparkle. If you're choosing to shoot video outside in the bright sun, position yourself between the camera and the sun directly behind you. That sunlight behind you and overhead is going to lighten up the back of your head and lighten up your hair and create a really nice glow. This way you will still be well illuminated outdoors, but you won't be squinting while you're trying to look at the camera. The third tip I have for you is about audio. People usually spend time thinking about how their video is going to look, but rarely do they focus on how it's going to sound. More people will choose to skip watching a video that doesn't sound good than they will a video that doesn't look good. Even though the built-in microphones on smartphones have come a long way, they're still not ideal for capturing the rich sound of somebody's voice. Even if I'm just a few feet away from this camera, it's still picking up the ambient noise around me. And there's nothing more distracting than watching a video and hearing ambient noise interfere with what's being said, such as a bird chirping or a plane flying overhead. There are lots of techniques to get great sound. One of my favorites is to buy an inexpensive lavalier microphone and place it on the person that's talking. You can buy wireless transmitters that will talk to the camera, or a long enough cable that will plug directly into the camera that you're recording. But what I like to do is record it on a separate device. I have a spare iPhone here that is recording the audio as I talk, and then I can use the audio later to edit it into the video. I just turn on the voice recording, the memo app, and I let the audio roll into that phone. So then later when I'm editing my video, I've got my video source on one camera, I've got my audio source on another one, and I can use those two files to sync them together. And that is a great segue into my final tip, which is video editing. The very best way to take the raw footage that you've recorded with your phone and make it stand out professionally is to edit it. There are lots of video editing programs on the market. Some are totally free and some come at a premium. Video editing will allow you to take what you've recorded and edit out any flubs in your delivery. It also allows you to add additional footage, which we call B-roll, into your final product so that you have visuals to cut away to help enhance the story that you're telling. It also allows you to apply graphics and images and text and maybe even music depending upon the tone that you're trying to convey with your video. The creative choices you can make are really pretty unlimited. The only downside to video editing is the time involved, both the time learning how to use the program that you've chosen and the time it takes, of course, to edit the actual video if you are doing it all yourself. This is an area of expertise for me and other video editors in your community, and it may very well be worth it to you to hand off your raw video and put it in the hands of a video editor to do it for you to save both time and money. Those are the extra tips that I have for you today, and I hope that you found those valuable. Once again, for more details on how I can help, please reach out to me today for a free consultation. I'm really interested in learning about your business, your current marketing strategy, and how I can start to help you right away. My contact information is below in the description of this video. Thank you for watching, and I wish you all the success in business.